One of my favorite things about working at Nostalgic Video Games is that you never know what is going to walk through that door. And the other day I was thoroughly surprised and I absolutely had to make a video about this. This is a LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga Nintendo DS lunchbox. I saw this come in and I was like, they made LEGO Star Wars lunchboxes? And then I saw the official Nintendo seal of quality and I was like, I opened it up and I was greeted by all of these awesome DS accessories. But before we get into it, we are sponsored by Nostalgic Video Games over in Florence, Kentucky. Nostalgic is our brick and mortar video game and vintage toy store. Buy, sell, and trade retro to modern video games, consoles, accessories, posters, collectibles, statues, vintage toys. So come on down to Nostalgic for all your gaming and game room goods. So today I wanted to go through and kind of like catalog this because I'd never even seen or heard about it before. And honestly, this is like my new favorite DS accessory. I know there were a ton of DS accessories, and I mean a ton. But the fact that this one is actually officially licensed by Nintendo is what really caught my eye. So it's just a standard metal lunchbox, and it's got your little flippy doodaddy handle here, but it's got the cover art for LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga with all the LEGO characters, and you've got your little Ewok peeking over there. Copyright 2007 LEGO Group and 2007 Lucasfilm Limited. As previously mentioned, you have the official Nintendo seal of quality, and on the other side it is the same print. Nothing along the sides or anything, but I don't think it needs to. I like it, it's classy, and this little slash here, this is where like, I think the LucasArts logo was down there on the actual game. That really helps blend into the actual just black of the lunchbox. Now this one is a little beat up. It's got some scratches on it. It's got a ding here on the bottom corner, but it's a lunchbox and it's a carry case. This thing's meant to take some beatings. But what really surprises me is when you open it up, and no, it's not a thermos, unfortunately. When you pop it open, you have this foam insert with all of these LEGO Star Wars goodies.
I can't see if the audio's working.
So you have a red, black, and dark gray stylus for the Nintendo DS Lite, as well as an official branded DS car charger. You have these really cool, claspy Star Wars headphones. I really liked these types of headphones as a kid, just because, like, I don't know, earbuds never seemed to stay in my ears, so they would just like sort of clip on and hang there. So those are really cool. You've got these little sort of silicone branded DS game sleeves. You know, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen these before. I've only seen like the small plastic clamshelly ones, and they usually hold a few games, but it's cool that you have two of these and specific slots for them. You have those in green and dark gray. And the last thing, which is perhaps the coolest, is the LEGO Star Wars DS skin, which I have a DS Lite here that we are going to apply that to. And whoever had this never undid the twist tie on the car charger, which is super cool. I've never actually seen this car charger before. It's got the little 2-square DS logo on it, which is pretty neat. There are actually lightsaber styluses. It would have been cool to see those. It would have been really cool to see like a LEGO Star Wars lightsaber. It was just like the hilt and the bar. That would have been really cool, but it always bugs me on those like really fancy DS stylus that you can't like actually store it in the DS. You have to have like a dedicated spot. But since there's actually, you know, like this custom cut foam insert here, they could have cut spots for those to actually fit, which would have been really, really cool. But you know, that's just nitpicking. Man, whoever had these didn't use the headphones either. Oh, these are so cool. I used to have a pair of headphones like these that were red. I think they said Radio Shack on them. But I used to listen to the Harry Potter books and the Lord of the Rings books on audiobook on a Walkman, like on cassette tape. I used to bring that thing with me everywhere until I graduated to a Discman. And that I just brought my Weird Al albums everywhere with me. Which if you haven't seen Weird the Al Yankovic Story, go watch it. I've watched that movie like 5 times now, streaming free on the Roku channel. Some free publicity, no need to thank me. And I don't think this foam is meant to come out. It's clear there's like some plastic stuff in it. It didn't sound good. You could definitely wrench this out if you actually wanted to use this as like a lunchbox or, you know, a general storage case without the specific foam cut. You could definitely get it out there, but I'm not gonna fully destroy this piece because I think it's so cool. So yeah, here's everything you get out of the lunchbox, and it's a nice little starter kit for a DS collection. And it's just, this artwork is so nostalgic to me. I think for people of my generation, it's really hard to beat LEGO Star Wars, specifically LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, for just that nostalgic punch. Before we put the skin on, I want to sort of go through and test out some of these. So I actually have LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga on the DS. So yeah, these silicone skins, they've got the logo on the back here, and it has the Nintendo DS full title there. That's interesting. They're like thinner here and thicker down here. Probably just to help you sort of bend it in place. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but the little arrow there that lines up with the little arrow on the cartridge. These are actually pretty cool. They protect your cartridges in a case like this. And like growing up, I had one of those sort of like Murph's satchel things that had all those little like mesh nettings that held all your cartridges. But these would definitely give your loose cartridges more protection, and you can keep the cases somewhere else, unless if you were a dumbass like 10-year-old like I was and threw away all the cases. Oh, all the Pokemon games that are now worth significantly less because parents threw the cases away. If you're a parent and you're watching,
do not throw your kids' video games or video game cases away.
Every time a mom comes in at Nostalgic and is like, man, I'm so glad I kept all this. I'm like, I'm so glad you kept all this too. I'm very proud of you. Yeah, we got Lego Star Wars and we got Lego Indiana Jones. We're just gonna pop that one into the green case here. And yeah, these are just the standard DS Lite stylus. So those just slot right into that spot on a standard DS Lite. I know Nintendo did like specific stylus for different models of the DS, so I'm not sure if they work on anything else. Yeah, the card charger's the right port for Nintendo DS Lite, and then you have these headphones to use and the headphone jack. We'll test those out a little later. But for now, I'm gonna move a bunch of this off to the side, and we are going to apply the skin to this. So I just wiped this down with a quick sort of once over with some Windex, and then I went into some more specific spots that were more dirty than others and used some rubbing alcohol. What I'm really confused by is that this is clearly specifically for the DS Lite with the stylus and the charger and everything, but it doesn't have a spot for these two raised squares, rectangles to go for the DS logo. So I guess just put it on and see what happens. Yeah, we've got all these specific decals for the inside, like these are for the buttons and they've got a little cutout for start and select. And then these are for the D-pad. So let's start with those on the inside here. Work with the D-pad. My years of building Lego sets and applying stickers is coming in handy. And this DS is just this standard, I want to say it's called Ice Blue. And I thought it'd be a really cool accent for this sort of gradient star field aesthetic here on the inside. Just place that one around the X button. Yeah, this will cover up the start and select words. If you're a real gamer, do you really need your buttons to be labeled? Right now we do these stickers that have sort of cutouts for the speakers in them. I'm not sure, I think they go this way. Yeah. So, and you really want to be careful to line these up straight, or else you're going to be playing on a crooked DS sticker, and that would bug the crap out of me. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Look at that one. Yeah. Oh, it's coming together. Oh, it's coming together. Make sure you get this one nice and even. It's like drawing a portrait and you gotta now draw the second eye. And you gotta make the eyes look even. It's the hardest part. What the heck? Is there a little piece of crud on there? Oh, it was like a crumb. Probably from the Pop-Tart I ate for breakfast. Oh man, this one's just a little lower than that other one, but it's not too bad. Yeah, so that's the inside. Yeah, check that out. Nice. Now, we apply the outside. I'm really not sure how this is gonna work with those little rectangles there. Because I was wondering if it was for the original DS, which didn't have these two squares like right on the top, but it's like the perfect size for the DS Lite. So it's clearly for the DS Lite. It's got the same stylus and the charger, because the charger for the original DS was the same as the Game Boy SP. So it's gotta be for this one, right? Well, time for the moment of truth here. since this is the biggest one, it's going to be the hardest to line up even here. I think that looks about right to me. So we're just going to sort of lay it down and slide it from one side to the other. Get out all those air bubbles. And there we go. It's almost all the air bubbles. Oh, I'm gonna get one of the stylus, sort of rolling out like a rolling pin here. Yeah, that looks nice. Look at that. And with the light blue sort of accenting all the other blues in here. That's really cool. But yeah, there is like, you know, a little bit of indentation of those rectangles. Catch it on that camera with sort of light right there. Yeah, might be able to see it there. So yeah, you can kind of see the rectangles through it, but it's not too bad. It's not like they're overly intrusive. And you know, small price to pay for LEGO Star Wars DS. Oh man, then you got all the stars on the inside. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, this is so cool. What's really cool is that the spot in the case that the decals came in fits your DS. So this is, you know, an actual DS carry case, and you can have your headphones and your travel charger and everything here, ready for your road trip to a galaxy far, far away. So last thing I wanted to do was pop LEGO Star Wars in there. Love that sound. Use the black stylus here. I'll probably have to censor a lot of the music here, or just keep talking over it so the AI can't recognize it. Ah, blah 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 blah. Or I can just actually turn the volume down. But yeah, look at that. LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga on the Star Wars DS. Let's go. It's me, Qui-Gon Jinn. One of my favorite parts about the DS port of LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga are these DS-specific bonus touchscreen games. And since I just started a new game, none of them are unlocked, but there's one that's like General Grievous's spinny Uni-Wheel of Death thing, and you get to like spin it around, and like it's like a temple run thing. You gotta dodge all these obstacles and collect studs, which is really cool because, you know, a lot of times with ports of console games on handhelds like the DS or the PSP, and most especially all the Game Boy consoles, there's a lot of cut corners and loss of a lot of quality. But really the DS version of LEGO Star Wars is still LEGO Star Wars. Yeah, there's differences. It's not quite as complex as the console versions of the game, but there is actually unique exclusive content to this version of the game, and it still maintains that feel, that humor, and that lighthearted fun. So yeah, I still really do have a soft spot for the LEGO Star Wars game on DS. Episode 1, Negotiations. Great, now there are 2 of them. And another unique thing about the DS port here is that all the Force abilities are touchscreen. So you get that little green glow around things. You just sort of grab this little Force orb here, jiggle that thing around. Yeah, we're gonna be Obi-Wan. As much as I love Qui-Gon Jinn, you can't go wrong with Space Jesus. Now I can't really convey this super well across the screen, but I will plug in these headphones and let you guys listen to my reaction of how they sound. So, plug those in, and we got the Star Wars phones playing LEGO Star Wars on the LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga DS. Let's snap these bad boys on. Just sort of go over here like that. Boom. This is what we had before AirPods, kids. Check that out. Saw me at a party with these, would you come up and say hi? Oh yeah, they sound like they're from the early 2000s. Yeah, as cool as these are, I don't think I will be listening to the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy with them on audiobook. Yeah, and that's everything you get in this really cool lunchbox. I had so much fun putting this together. I've just been smiling the whole time. Yeah, let's sort of put it all back in the case here. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you watched all the way through, I really appreciate it. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I would absolutely love to hit that milestone by the end of the year. And if we do, we'll have to do something a little special. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button because it does really help the channel out. We also have a link down in the description to our Redbubble store, which has a bunch of shirts and posters and stickers and stuff. There's just tons of cool stuff on there you can get to rep the channel. And in store at Nostalgic Video Games, we are running our Black Friday deal all the way through to the end of the year. Buy 3 games, get 1 free. We also have a couple console bundles with Xbox 360s and Nintendo Wii, so if you're feeling a little nostalgic, come on down and see us. The prophecy is fulfilled. Thanks for tuning in to the Nostalgic Network, and I'll see you next time.